All right, y'all. Ain't no half stepping. Marcus J is live. We are here in the building. We have a huge announcement that we are going to announce right on the other side. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and today's show is going to be dedicated to the memory of the legendary Martin Luther King. We are definitely excited. We've got a long-awaited return of one of our favorites here at Legacy Internet Radio, and we got some newbies in the building, definitely ready to get it in. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
I got a dream.
If they're lying, they must be stepping. Ain't no ass stepping. Marcus J.
It's better, man.
Live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. Y'all heard him here. You ain't heard him in a while. He having some fun. We're going to bring him in here in a minute. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. Be down with us tonight at 804-402-2893 to be down with the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Definitely glad that you're listening to us tonight on Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And tonight's show is dedicated to the memory of the legend himself, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. We're going to have commentary about him. We're going to have clips of his speeches tonight, and we're going to have a special segment called What Would Reverend King Say? I got a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to ask that question on, and it's going to be some good stuff. And we're looking forward to getting the crew's opinion on it. You heard him at the top of the show. That's my brother over there. That's my partner over there.
What up?
That's my friend over there.
What up, bro?
And you know him. You ain't heard his name said on this show. You haven't heard his voice on this show in quite a while. And I'm gonna say it all the way out. I might call his government name out. I'm so excited to see him.
Yeah,
I ain't
go
gonna do
ahead.
that. I'm gonna just call his professional name.
That what it is.
Jay Grizzy.
What's good, Mark?
What's up, man?
Nothing but the business, bro.
Hey, look, man, if you
Nothing
can't
but the
tell,
business.
I am so freaking excited to see you right now, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Happy freaking New Year.
Happy New Year. It's since
we
the
had
end of the year celebration.
Yeah, since we had our Legacy in that radio.
That's probably why the last time you see me, I got hemmed up because I ain't come home till like 4, 5. That joint.
I wasn't with you that whole time.
I
I'm
know,
not
right?
gonna be the one to take the hit for that one and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's good to see you, man. We're gonna have one hell of a show tonight.
Sure is.
You ready?
I'm totally ready.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk a lot of stuff, and I want your opinion on a whole lot of stuff. And
I
when we
put
say
my
what we
thinking cap
came,
on tonight.
well, yeah, you be yourself.
Put my thinking
Remember
cap on.
the name of your show, which is the Green Room version 2.0 with Jay Grizzy and Lissa P, which airs on Wednesdays
Yep.
on Legacy Internet Radio. This ain't that show, so the things that you can say on that show, you can't say on this one.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
All right, cool.
I got a dream.
We also mentioned at the top of the show that I was going to have a huge announcement here on Legacy Internet Radio, and every single time we have some new additions to Legacy Internet Radio, I'm always happy and honored to introduce them right here on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce the newest edition of Legacy Internet Radio that will be joining our airwaves on the first Thursday in February at 9:30 p.m. going until 11:30 p.m. You've got the crew of the listening party right here on Legacy Internet Radio. I got my man on the live on the airwaves. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up? It's Reese One from the listening party.
It's good to see you, man. Introduce your crew, man. Let's who do we have here in the building? Reese, who you got? Who you got with you?
We got Hip Hop Henry in here. What's good?
Hip Hop Henry.
Yeah, what up, world? This is KB. What up?
What's going on?
Yo, this the young buck of the listening party clan. This is Ron P.
Ron P. All right, man. I'm excited to see y'all across the table. I'm excited to have you guys be a part of Legacy Internet Radio, and I'm looking forward to everything that the listening party brings to Legacy Internet Radio and everything that we can bring to you guys. So, Rizwan, tell us, what is listening party? What is it? What is it, man?
The listening party is basically a hip hop social awareness group. You know what I mean? We basically deal with, you know what I mean, underground hip hop, production, vocalism, lyricism, you know what I mean, and conscious awareness. So we're going into, like, you know, branching off from that golden era of hip hop, you know what I mean, that old 90s type of feel, you know, underground hip hop.
Did you say old school hip hop?
Old school hip hop.
Did you say old school hip hop?
True school hip hop.
Did you just see the grin that came across my face when this man said?
We go in. We go in when it comes to the classics.
Oh.
When it comes to the classics, like, you're gonna hear some joints that you might have forgot about, some wild remixes. You know what I'm saying? Real remixes, not the.
So you're not going to just be talking. You're going to actually play some.
Oh no, you're gonna hear joints.
Yeah,
you're gonna hear some.
That's what we do.
rare samples.
Okay.
Instrumentals.
So we're going to be talking some commentary on that stuff as well?
Definitely social
Absolutely.
commentary, a whole lot.
Oh, my gosh, man. See, this is what Legacy Internet Radio has been missing, man. And because I am a big proponent of old school hip-hop, and a lot of cats give me grief for being a hip-hop old fogey. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of checked out after maybe March of 1997. If you're a hip-hop fan, you know what happened in March of 1997. I kind of checked out after that. So tell me why I should be listening to the listening party.
Well, basically, you know, it's nothing like it out here on the airwaves. You know what I mean? As far as getting to the nitty-gritty of hip-hop, we're going to the foundation. We're getting to the root of it. You know what I mean? As far as where it came from, and we're definitely going to let you know exactly where it's going. We're going to take you for a ride, you know what I mean? And
Exactly. We just it's an extension. We're an extension of that era, the classic era, you know. And
it's
we're
almost
also
like a
here.
branch.
Yeah, and we're also here to let you know that, like you said, you checked out '97. We stuck around. We're gonna let y'all know that rap is fine.
But you know why?
Still alive.
But see, if you a hip hop fan, you know what happened in March of 1997.
It got real wild.
And you know why I checked out? I mean, there's a few cats that I still check for that's been relevant after that. You know, I've been following you, Sean Carter. You know, Mr. Jones, Nasir Jones. I know who you are.
Yeah.
You know, I know who you are, Clifford Harris. You know what I mean? You know, I'm that cat that likes to call you out. I know who you are, Dwayne Carter. You know, I like to call him out by their real name. Yeah. You know, but I'm glad, you know, to have you guys be a part of it and share with the listening audience why hip hop is important, why it's relevant. You know, if we do dip into some of the new school, you know, some of those new school cats that are still paying homage to the old school, because that's a lot of what's important to me, and I would guess that's a lot of what's important to a lot of the hip hop audiences outside of the young cats.
Right.
You know what I mean? So tell me what the deal is with regards to the old school. Why do we focus on old school and not so much of all of hip hop? Because I got my feelings about that. You know, I kind of teased it a little bit in the way I set it up. But anybody, why old school?
Because that was basically the foundation of it, and they had more creative control over what they were doing, you know, before it got polluted and diluted by the industry. So that basically, you know, is why we tend to stick to the script.
Right. I tell you, when I And well, let me not even set it up like that. Let me show y'all something, right? This was a picture that I saw earlier today, and I knew that I was meeting y'all tonight. And I put this picture up in social media. And basically what it says is road trip, 7 hours. You can only listen to 2 artists, which 2 will be getting the airplay. And so y'all looking at the picture, I'm going to call them out, and I'm going to ask each one of y'all's opinion, okay? So you get KRS-One, Coogee Rap, LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Grandmaster Melly Mel, Chuck D, Eminem, or Tupac. You got 2 artists, and you cannot deviate from the way the question is asked. You got 2 artists, 7-hour road trip. Who you going with, man?
I'm taking KRS off top.
Okay.
KRS is what?
Yeah.
KRS and exactly. I'm gonna say KRS and Nas.
That's what it's gonna be exactly my 2. What I was gonna say.
KRS. Yo, this dude was in my brain right now, man. Yeah. That's who I'm rocking with. KRS-One and Nas.
KRS and Nas.
Who you going with, man?
Told you I'm the young buck, so I gotta go with what I know of. So I'm going with Hove.
Okay.
I'm going with Big.
Hove and Big. All right, Grizz. Who you going with, man?
Look at this picture. Hold up. Let me see. I'm going with Biggie and give me Rakim.
You going with Biggie and Rakim? Now, I cheated. I'm gonna tell you how I cheated, right? Because anytime you go on the road and you take a 7-hour road trip, you gotta go back, right? That means I get to pick 4, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I get to pick 4. So on the way to the trip, I'm taking Biggie and Pac because for me, Biggie and Pac never made songs that I had to turn off. You know what I mean? Like, I love them other cats. I do. But every once in a while, there might be one skippable song. But on the way back, I got Rakim and Big Daddy Kane. That's and you know, and that's no slight to no slight to the teacher.
No slight at all, because I had them on the tip of my tongue, you know. But I had to choose and say, like, Nas was like, you know, a makeup of a couple of those cats.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Rakim and KRS and all them boys, you know.
Big Daddy Kane, I love this brother because he inspired the name of the show that you're speaking on, Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. You know, I play his song, you know, to open up my show. So I gotta throw him in there. But you can't go wrong with any of those cats. So I'm definitely
and that's what our show's gonna do. We're gonna give y'all that good hip hop feeling. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take y'all back there, and we got some new stuff that you might not have heard of. We're gonna make you dig in your crates. If you're a real hip hop head, we're gonna take y'all there. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all gonna be the kind of crew that's gonna be like, oh man, I heard that song somewhere before, and then you mess around, you hear the actual sample, and you be like, yo,
play the actual
you gotta speak on that
and the song.
Yeah, trust me, I'm a crate digger.
So you're that guy.
Yeah, I will hit
that guy.
I will hit you with something like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he knows where each sample, each song came from.
See, I always trip off of that because, you know, to this day, you know, I'm driving around and I'll mess around and be listening to the oldie station. And I'll be like, hold up, wait a minute. I know that joint. And I'm sitting there in my mind going through every song. And by the time I get to where I'm going, I'm like, oh,
you need to have my man on speed dial there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Holler at me.
Yeah, I need to holler at you.
So I got a test for you because I'm sitting in the crib today, day off, Martin Luther King Day, cleaning the house, and I threw on some lyrics to go from Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
And then
Minnie Riperton.
Oh.
Yeah, you already know.
So then I'm Inside My Love. Inside My Love, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I know I got Minnie Riperton on my MP3 joint. So I'm sitting there, I flipped through it, and I let it play like 5 Minnie Riperton songs until I got to that joint. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Who produced lyrics to go?
That was Q-Tip.
That was Q-Tip?
Yeah.
Hats off, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, you did justice to that joint. Yeah. You did justice to that joint. So yeah, that in and of itself, for me as a hip hop head, I would be like, yo, I'm gonna check y'all out.
Yo,
Word,
you won't be disappointed.
We do that, and we're gonna have a lot of shows dedicated to playing samples, playing
Tribe Called Quest,
Tribe shows, Wu-Tang shows. We had
shows dedicated strictly to producers.
Yes, we had a James Brown show twice. It was crazy.
I'm gonna need for y'all to do that James Brown show.
Oh man,
Well,
like seriously, we need y'all to do that.
We had a few DJs come through and spin for us. We had, of course, Heavy Hitter Lonnie B came through for us. We had a homie DJ Nobi came through for us. My man DJ moved from the Pittsburgh. He came through for us.
P. Bleezy
came down for us. So we definitely will do that for y'all.
For Legacy Internet Radio.
It's the legacy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, independence is the key to building your legacy. And I remember when, the first time we said that, we really meant that. And everybody who joins Legacy Internet Radio needs to understand that and embody that. And, the fact that y'all show is paying homage to a culture that is so ingrained in all of us that are in the same general kind of age group. Like, I don't care, any black person that's under than 55 years old, whether you love it or not, you grew up with it. You may not love it, but you grew up with it.
Absolutely.
You know something about something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I grew up with it, and I think, at my age, I'm 40, I think people my age are probably the youngest of the original first generation of hip hop. So I remember my big brother, I hope he's listening, he had the boombox.
Yeah.
I remember, like the Radio Raheem dude from Do the Right. That was my brother. He had that joint,
For me, that was Dynamite J.
Yeah. See, you know that guy too. You got that guy. So I'm looking forward to kind of envisioning listening to you guys and being with you guys in studio and having those moments where we kind of just all enjoy the history of hip hop and the future of it, because it ain't going nowhere. Anytime you got freaking Ronald McDonald rapping in the McDonald's commercials,
it's all about taking our culture back.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because I was having this conversation with someone recently, and we was talking about the most recent Grammy winners in hip hop, and I was explaining to them that a Grammy don't mean shit.
Nah, it means nothing at all.
It means absolutely nothing, because
radio means nothing.
Explain that.
Yeah, speak on that, Real.
Radio means nothing because of the politics that go behind it. All they're doing, is pretty much just pumping your head up to sell something. You know what I mean? They're trying to sell a message. They're trying to sell commercials. And whatever it is, that they're trying to sell, they're going to put anything out there, but they're not going to put anything of any importance on there. Once they figured out how to control it and manipulate it. See, we came up in it when it was new. They didn't quite know what to do with it.
Right.
So we had a conscious era, and people were actually gaining something from hip hop.
Right.
But now, they're using it to our detriment, and to control us and to make society of mindless individuals.
Right. They try to make us think white girls getting booties now. They old.
What's crazy about that? I used to make the joke about how the greatest golfer was a black dude and one of the greatest rappers was a white dude. How twisted is that?
Crazy.
How twisted is
crazy.
That? Shout out to my brother K-Dub, who's listening to us in the ATL.
What up, K-Dub?
K-Dub is listening, and he said he loves y'all. He already is a fan.
Hey, check for us, KW. You gonna love the show, man.
The listening party. He already is telling us that he's loving y'all. Any final words before we let y'all get on out of here, man? Go around the room. Anybody got any final words?
I just want to
check us out.
We happy Martin Luther King Day. Don't forget the dream. You know what I mean? And like you were saying, what would Martin Luther King say? To what's going on today?
Yeah. Hey, we gonna have a segment. We're gonna do a whole segment about that later on in the show.
You might have pulled up the clip from the Boondocks.
Hey, well, you know what?
Yeah, anything.
That segment on the Boondocks, that piece of the Boondocks loosely inspired what we're gonna talk about. And so, I encourage anybody that's listening now to hang in with us. Later on in the show, we doing a segment called "What Would Martin Luther King?" Well, what would Dr. King say?
No doubt
about and we got a whole bunch. You see this paper, right? You see that?
Oh, you ready?
Yeah,
You ready?
Yeah. I got my list now.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. So I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. We're gonna rock out, man. We want the listeners to rock out with us, man.
Opportunity
And check for us, the listening party.
I'm looking forward to the listening party. I'm looking forward to the crew, not just as a part of Legacy Internet Radio, but as a fan. You know what I mean? K-Dub is listening, and he's a fan already. I was a fan when y'all walked in and y'all started talking. We pulled up this paper, we showed, those rappers, and y'all was like, yo, let me get Nas, or let me get Biggie, or let me get this person. And that tells me that we got some real live hip-hop in the room. So I appreciate it. Yeah. Look forward to it. We got the listening party, y'all, every single Thursday night right here, live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio, every single Thursday, starting the first Thursday in February. Appreciate it, fellas.
Word. Peace.
Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. We're going to take our first break of the night. And when we come back, we're going to ask what the hell, y'all. And we always ask what the hell. We got some craziness going on. We got some just bugged out stuff. It's Martin Luther King Day, and we are going to make sure that we have commentary on Dr. King. We playing clips of his speeches. Marcus J. Jay Grizzy and the crew of the listening party. Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. Be back in a few minutes.